So let's look at what's on the bottom for you. Yeah, looks like there's some sleep issues. I don't know if it's nightmares, not being able to sleep, not being able to wake up, being too tired, but some sleep issues. So it looks like that overactive but brilliant mind of yours is really getting in the way of some healthy sleep, and some fears coming up for you. Looks like they're a little bit exasperated as well, because having that time between dark and light to just think about stuff and to overthink about stuff. So I encourage you, Gemini, to turn down your analytical mind for a minute, get back to some of the physical things. So let's see what's happening. A little bit of celebration, a little bit of rejoice. Looks like it's getting some things on the home front, getting some ducks in a row, some kind of celebration. I don't know if someone is coming into the home or leaving the home, but there is some fluctuation in the home. But looks like it's very joyful. It's a 10, and a 10 is like, ta-da, you're there, what you tried to accomplish. So it looks like a lot of the things you put forth in yourself, your challenges, you have met and mastered. A lot of them you're still working on, but many of them looks like there's a little bit more balance now than there has been in a lot of things. So there is always little bits of rocky roads here, but looks like success for yourself is growing. So I'm not sure if that's on a job level, it's just on a personal level, but things are growing more in a positive direction for you. But you put a lot of hard work in this. So on the physical level, it looks like you're moving and you're shaking and you're clearing things out and just doing well in your work successes. Looks like there's some balance in family, although it looks like it's small in number. So I'm not sure if there's excuse me, some coming in, some coming out. There's something about smaller in number, but that may pertain to some of you and others not. So Queen of Pentacles, this is what crosses you, this is what challenges you, and this is usually an older woman or woman of wisdom. Pentacles is an earth sign. So earth, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and so most likely that is who this is. So there's a challenge to you with an earth woman. So, and it looks like it may be coming in between some of your interpersonal communications, home, friends, something like that. This does not have anything to do with work. Although, of course, your emotional state can spill over into work. But this looks like it's a challenge. Someone that either challenged you on a positive, challenged you on a negative, but raised something in you, an awareness in you that you need to look at, that needs to move forward a little bit. So it looks like good intentions are here. So listen before judgment and just see what she has to say. But it is a bit of a challenge to hear. This woman does things completely differently on a much more physical level. You're much more intellectual, which looks like can be a challenge too. So see if you can find some kind of middle ground for one another. Not sure if this is a love relationship. No, no, it's either familiar or a friend. But there's some challenges that, just listen. So the Hermit is above this. Yes, we all know you lovely Geminis like to come out and be social and lovely and gregarious and then run right back into that cave. So winter's coming. You get to run into the cave a little bit. But it looks like it's been a flow for you to hermit and then come out of the gate and then hermit. So we're kind of going into the darker part of the year and the more contemplated part of the year, since the eclipse is happening and it's kind of pushing us into change and pushing us into looking at what we want to do and where we want to be, on the 5-year plan. Take this time, Gemini, and assess what works for you, what doesn't. We're all doing that. All of the signs are doing that. And for you, you really live in your head a lot. You're very mercurial and brilliant. Most brilliant folks I know, Geminis. Sometimes you have to step out of that and create some motion, which looks like is happening now or has just left your awareness, that there are things that you need to check off the list and do and release from your life, things that aren't working anymore, people that aren't working anymore, jobs that aren't working anymore, how to either upgrade what you have or release what you have, make some changes for you, or even just make a plan to make those changes. Taking that first step. Even writing them down, beautiful air signs, will get it out of your head and onto paper. So if that hasn't already happened, it is happening now, most likely, since this is being taped in August. Next card is the World. That is exactly what it means. It is open to you. The world is open to you. Looks like many times you stand in your own way. All this air stuff, all these swords, it stands in the way sometimes of your own happiness. So step out of the way. Stop making the lists of what could happen and what might happen, and just put your foot in the water. The world is in front of you. Absolutely, the world is in front of you. You're very capable of creating what you need in the world, and just having the confidence in yourself, turning off that negative prattle that goes on that does not serve, will help you achieve it. The world is in front of you, so just take a look. Just take a look what is around you externally, what is around you, and look at the things you've always wanted to do. Is it traveling? Is hanging out? Some things have changed in your world recently. Don't know if it's kids leaving home but there seems to be a void on a personal life. Not sure if it's a partner or a child. So filling that void with what you want to do, whether it's extra time, extra money. Maybe you've had a death in the family, something that has been released that you are no longer responsible for. It feels like there's a little bit of sadness comes with it, but with the sadness, this is great opportunity to move mountains if you wish. What do you want to do? What do you want to study? You want to go back to school? Do you want to finish school? So really putting it out in the universe to manifest. But knowing what you want is half the battle. Think about it. If your mind is so overactive, write it down. What do you want? What do you want? So the world is in front of you. It's really in front of you. So the world can go either way. If you put energy into this positive thing, it can go positive. You put the energy into this negative thing, it can go negative. It can go either way. Either way, it's what you put into it and what you put your effort, time, money, love into, passion. So pick something and do something for you. A little bit of floating happening into the future. You may have some time, energy, money, emotions wrapped up in somebody else's. It feels like an illness. It feels like a commitment that you have to see through to the end. It feels like it's with a person, not a thing. So float if you need to, although you have been in this position for a while with other relationships. So fulfill your promise, but it's time to make some changes for your health and for your betterment, your own mental health. You do tend to take on more than you need to. So gathering your strength. Strength is here. You are a lot stronger than you think you are, although it looks like you vacillate between very strong and then I wouldn't say weak, but just questioning your strength. So time to put that to work for you. You put a lot of energy either into work or to kids or to spouse or to whatever, and you do have to fulfill some of your commitment. It won't all be gone right away. You'll have to fulfill that. But when that is done, then you can really think of what you want to do. You do spend a really lot of time worrying. It is affecting your sleep patterns. Looks like it is affecting some of your eating patterns. Not all of you, but some of your eating patterns. So I would say the creature comforts are affected by either lack of sleep or tumultuous sleep or disturbed sleep. So the creature comforts are, food, shelter, safety, warmth. So if you're kind of stuck in that lower level, release it. The overthinking is not your friend. So if you can find a way to replace that with some physical activity or something that validates the body, this looks like a cycle, and it looks like it's also this cycle will be ending soon. But see if you can shut that mind stuff off, because that is what stands in your way. A victory, really. And here is a victorious. This is also a club. So it's fire. It's motion. It's a 6. So moving forward, releasing stuff. This is really all about release, putting things in perspective, doing for you. That seems to be a theme here with the eclipse. It's just forcing us all to look at the things we don't want to look at. And that's, looks like you're very fearful about some things, but the things that were right in your face, you really need to take a look at. Take a look at how that is and what they really are saying to you. It isn't the way that you want it to be. It is the way it is. So be honest with yourself. Does this house, does this work, does this journey, does this relationship, does this car, whatever, does this really work for me? Look at the things that are being justified. Change them if you can. Also, something's coming through about creating new dreams. You have really accomplished a lot in your lifetime, and it's time to create new dreams, new desires, and just put it out there. New things to manifest. Message coming through is when you have a choice of 2 things, choose the new one. Choose the new one. The Lovers is right here. So not sure if that means new lovers, change of lovers, reconciliation with lovers, but something will shift in your heart space, in your love life. Whether it is freedom from, creating a new, revamping the love that you're currently in. There's a shift in lovers and a shift in perspective around lovers for yourself. And the partnership, that means what that means to you, and really look at what partnership means to you and be willing to resolve if that's where it's heading. Be willing to take the step and do the action, step into fear. Looks like you've been sitting on some stuff for a long time, whether it's holding you back from love, some pain from the past, some physical harm, some weird sexual stuff from your past, whatever it is. Take a good look at it. It doesn't serve you now. It has probably molded a lot of decisions in the lover space. And you may be on the opposite coin of that as well, my dear Geminis, whether you've been holding ground, you've been holding the space for someone that is not healthy for you. So really, honestly, take a look at the love space. What's been holding you back from that true heart love space, either with connecting with your partner or disconnecting with your partner or connecting with yourself. But the love space is challenged here with all this, and it's really time to let go of the damaging thought processes that don't move you forward or propel you into bliss, happiness, into your magic. Because we're here to make our own magic. And the magic man is right there. So the lovers, the magic man, and creating new dreams and wishes. That looks like a pretty good trilogy to me. So don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid. Or do it anyway. Be afraid, but do it anyway. Looks like the results will be much more healthy for you, much more honest, and let go of some of the prison that is in your mind and not in anyone else's creation. So, and you're ready. You're ready. You're very capable. You're very strong. You're ready. Use some of that brilliance for your health and for your well-being. So, let's get some more clarity with these beautiful past life oracle cards that was gifted to me by the gorgeous goddesses at the hot pond on the Big Island. I love you, I miss you, aloha, my beautiful friends. So let's just see, just a bit for clarity. It looks like time to step out of the mental, put some action into it. Releasing. All right. Wow. Releasing. Let's see that. Oh, fears. Releasing fears. There we go. Phobias. Let's do that one. Okay. Looks like legacy fears. Doesn't necessarily have to be father. It looks like legacy fears. Something that was gifted to you, some fear, phobia, mistruth, something that's holding you back from your highest creative essence and your truth in your life, in your linear lessonhood. So release the stuff from the past, the ancient stuff that does not serve you anymore. Take a look at your fears. What is not fear-based is love-based. So connect with that heart, Gemini. Connect with that heart. Allow yourself some peace from the phobias. It will improve your sleep tremendously. Just taking a step into making a commitment into the bliss place and finding something to replace the contemplative, fearful place. Whether it's swimming, playing guitar, whatever it is, release. Find a release for your fears. Many walk right through them by facing them. Many have to think about them. Many have to get some help from others and speak them to those that have tools to help release. So whatever it is, whatever your avenue is to release these phobias, they've held you for way too long. And they're really a thing of the past, a thing from the legacy, a misnomer or mistruth from our good intended relatives can be carried in our hearts and in our actions for the rest of our life. So I encourage you to look at what those patterns are that were gifted to you that are no longer in line with your growth for happiness and spiritual freedom.